Diego Velázquez, renowned Spanish Baroque painter, created his most famous masterpiece, Las Meninas, in 1656. Because of its complexities between reality and illusion, and the gracefulness in which Velázquez painted, some believe Las Meninas to be the greatest painting of all time. Picasso, also a renowned artist, but for his work in the Cubism and Surrealism movements, is known for his groundbreaking and abstract artistic style. He too created Las Meninas, but his was a series of 58 paintings done in 1957, all created in inspiration from Velázquez's Las Meninas. The question is, why? Why would an already well-established artist like Picasso decide to appropriate one of the greatest paintings of all time? The answer lies in Picasso's nationalism juxtaposed with his modernism, his family, and the other artists who paid homage to Las Meninas. Picasso struggled with his feelings of nationalism because he was exiled from Spain. He was influenced to recreate a piece by Velázquez because of their same Spanish nationality, but also because Velázquez has been high up in the hierarchy of Spain, as a painter for the royal family. The Spanish Civil War broke out during the lifetime of Picasso, and the dictator Franco had different and opposing views compared to those of Picasso. Picasso took a stand for his country as a Republican and against Franco, which became the reason why Picasso was exiled from Spain. Near the end of his life, Picasso turned to recreating Las Meninas as a way to express his feelings of nationality and modernism. Pulling from his modern art techniques that he was so well known for, he went back to the periods of art he had already participated in, like the Crystal period and the Cubism period, as he painted the versions of Las Meninas. His abstract ways of creating art had to do with his detachment from his home country and its rulers, because he purposely went against the art styles of his time as a form of rebellion. Influenced by Velázquez, Spanish nationalism, and the depiction of the artist in Las Meninas that elevated the status of the artist, but also placed the artist in an influential and important role as a part of the Spanish authorities, providing an inside look at the Spanish rulers. According to the article, Picasso and Appropriation by Timothy Burgard, in 1991, Picasso's family greatly influenced him as he started to appropriate. Picasso's father, who was also a painter, gave up his brushes and palette to his son due to failing eyesight, which encouraged Picasso to follow his father's footsteps. According to Burgard, Picasso interpreted his father's transference of the brushes and palette as a symbolic transference of authority and power. Then, in 1895, Sister Conchita died on her deathbed. Picasso had made a promise to God, saying that if she were to survive, he would give up painting. After she had died, Picasso felt guilty for his half-hearted promise and started to paint in her honor. Looking for ways to represent her in his paintings, he found the opportunity to do this through recreating versions of the Infanta Margarita, inspired by the innocence and purity represented in the Infanta, and then painted 9 scenes of a dove as part of his Las Meninas series. After the death of Picasso's close friend, Castemas, in 1901, Picasso first attempted appropriation of another artist's work in regard to content and style. In creating The Dead Castemas, Picasso took techniques from Vincent van Gogh by using vivid colors and broad brushstrokes, but what really drew Picasso to Van Gogh was the man's mental struggle through his life, and Picasso paralleled his friend's suicide to Van Gogh's suicide. Picasso had started a trend by recreating Las Meninas. Other artists soon after Picasso, for many years since, recreated Las Meninas through paintings, sculptures, and plays. With Picasso's fluent influence as an artist, he brought importance to the recreating of Las Meninas. One of these artists who was influenced by Picasso's appropriation on Las Meninas was Salvador Dalí, who was known for his work in Surrealism. The two artists were often seen to be competitive with each other, so it was no surprise that Dalí took to appropriating Las Meninas in 1958, 1 year after Picasso. Another rival of Picasso was Henri Matisse. Picasso, while creating his versions of Las Meninas, paid homage to Matisse as he included aspects of some of Matisse's paintings within his own. Another artist who paid homage to Picasso and Velázquez was Richard Hamilton. Hamilton wanted to represent two of his favorite artists after the death of Picasso in 1973 by creating his etching Picasso's Meninas. But with all this in mind, there is no clear reason as to why Picasso recreated Las Meninas. Yet we are certain that his nationalism, modernism, and family must have played a part in why Picasso felt so influenced to appropriate. and then why he decided to appropriate Las Meninas. Regardless of the reason, we also know that Picasso's series of Las Meninas greatly influenced other artists and the world of art itself.